Last week in Sweden, a series by the Swedish lad.
Good morning, it's Monday. Welcome to a new episode of Last Week in Sweden. And I wake up to the news that, boom, Queen plus Adam Lambert are coming to Sweden Rock 2016. I said that like a year ago. It's like, man, Queen should be here. And they will be here. Cool. I saw Queen with Paul Rodgers back in 2004 in Stockholm. Then I saw the We Will Rock You musical in London in 2006. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm very happy. Very good, very good. Twisted Sister and Queen. That's a pretty good start. Just bring in Bon Jovi because they've never been there, I think. And why not Elton John? I saw him about a year ago in Copenhagen, and if he doesn't fit a rock festival, I don't know what. I mean, it's not the heaviest of stuff, but it's rock. It is a Wednesday morning, and I just received an email from my friend Dane Walker, who has made so much music for my videos and even my wedding. The wedding march was composed and adapted by him. And now, awaiting 3 videos about Star Wars Episode 4, 5, and 6, leading up to Episode 7. I got this email. And I just added the music to the first of the 3 videos, and I am so lucky to have great people in my life that do great things. And we're both like super Star Wars nerds. I mean, really super Star Wars nerds. I have, let's see, I didn't plan this, but I know that in one of these drawers, oh yeah, I was cleaning my desk drawers, and I found 2 little things here, just out of the blue. Look at that! Lego Chewbacca and Lego Boba Fett. The 3 videos which will start coming out next week, the first one will be like the plot of those 3 films, accompanied by computer drawings that I've done from the films. So a lot of work, but very cool. Whew. I've just done annotations from hell. I've actually just finished and pre-uploaded a video that won't come out until the 29th of December. The reason for me uploading it now is that I needed to try out all the annotations. There's 118 of them in the video, and I obviously had to upload it first to see if it worked. And obviously I'm not gonna like upload it just to try it. I'll upload it, you know, I mean, it's not gonna come out until December 29th, but at least from the looks of it, all the annotations work, so. Now I'm tired. I need to. Ugh. The thing is, I sat up last night watching the Republican debate from Milwaukee. Woo! I was tweeting out like for anyone that was ever studied like critical rhetorics, they must be having a field day, because there were so many stupid things being said, and it was like, for family and America's the greatest country and ever. The thing is, they say America's is the greatest country, but they also say we can make America great again. But I like the American election because it's a circus, and since I've studied critical rhetoric, I find it funny and scary at the same time. I just filmed a 10 Swedish words video. It's almost done and completed, which will be up in 2 weeks' time. And it's actually not a video where I translate things, it's a video where I talk about things that you can find in a grocery store, and namely the labels on different products. Yeah. And also, remember Sweden Rock this year? I met up with a guy in the press room and his girlfriend. The guy's name was
Tony. Tony. Yeah.
Tony. What's your name?
Patsy.
Patsy.
I love your videos.
Oh, Mexico, huh?
I'm
The
from
Mexico.
Yeah.
So you saw my Spanish swear words video?
Yeah. It was really funny.
And he is a huge Guns N' Roses fan, and he is very excited right now because there are rumors, you know, about Guns N' Roses getting back together, you know, Axl and Slash and all that. And also the fact that they might be doing a show at Sweden Rock. So he's very excited, and I'm also very excited because I missed out on Guns N' Roses when it was only Axl Rose back in 2010 because they were scheduled to go on at a certain time. They went on really late, and I had to work early the next morning. So no, it would be cool to hear like the extended version of November Rain live with all of what that entails. It's Friday and I'm eating potato balls. And I am sort of like overwhelmed because this coming week is going to be insane. Next episode of Last Week in Sweden is going to be really eventful. At the end of this video, I guess, on Sunday I'll be going to Stockholm for 2 days for meetings and stuff. Then I go directly down to Malmö to participate in a conference where I'm gonna give a presentation about YouTube. And then 2 days after that I go back to Stockholm again for a week or so. So there's gonna be a lot of travelings and stuff, but I'm very excited. And also for these meetings we've been having, and a thingy that's happening in January, which we will talk more about, I guess, in a week or so. So I'm really excited. I'm almost overwhelmed because there's so much happening at the same time. I have to prepare for the presentation, obviously, in front of a lot of people. But very excited, very excited. And tomorrow Sweden is playing the first out of 2 playoff games against Denmark. Woo! For a spot in the Euro 2016. A very hyped game, which we'll talk more about later in this video. So I'm excited for the near future. Very excited. It is Friday night and we are now getting more and more news from Paris. A number of terrorist attacks at a restaurant outside the Stade de France during the France-Germany game. A hostage situation at a concert venue and shootings, unconfirmed but still, near Pompidou and
tragedy that the bonds of liberté, égalité, and fraternité are not only values that the French people care so deeply about.
Europe is not feeling really.
And those values are going to endure far beyond.
Not feeling really great at the moment. Obama is right now giving a statement from Washington, and the rain comes down. It's
work with French people and with nations around the world.
It's horrible. It's really horrible. Every time something like this happens and involves guns and innocent people dying, it gives me this horrible flashback.
Et en même temps que ceux qui auraient pu commettre les crimes qui sont hélas constatés puissent également être appréhendés s'ils devaient sortir du territoire. C'est une terrible épreuve qui, une nouvelle fois...
Saturday midday. We were up quite late last night. I was awaiting the football game between Argentina and Brazil. And we kept looking at the news of what was happening in Paris, and the game, it was a nice distraction, like a mental distraction, although we were following what was happening at the same time. And I dreaded waking up to the number, but the number was actually lower this morning than it was projected last night. So they're talking about 120, 130 dead, which is still unbelievably a lot of people. I mean, each one of those have family, they have relatives, they have work colleagues, or fellow students and friends, and times the number of deaths, and that's only like the people who died. You have injured people, you have people in shock living close to it, people living in Paris, people anywhere in the world that become affected by something like this. It's horrible beyond belief. I made a Swedish video about it where I needed to kind of share my thoughts, because at some point in the future I want to be able to look back and sort of see how I reacted to what is a big news event, in this case a big tragedy, and life is about, the happy times, but also the sad and the horrible times. It's like a roller coaster. You need to sort of, you need to have it all, and that's why I do that, and that's what this series is, you know, part of course, because I want to be able to capture what it is I experience, also with the dread that when I get older I will forget, and so this will become a source for me to, you know, look back at my life. But today is a horrible day to wake up to, even though the sun is shining, but still. Je suis avec toi, la France. Je suis. Alright, it's been a questionable day of sports for me. Malmö hockey lost, Panton hockey also from Malmö lost, and Karlskrona are losing. So my final hope stands to the Swedish national team in the first of 2 playoff games against Denmark, which is, I mean, we've only played playoffs once before, and that was against Portugal and Ronaldo, so we weren't really expecting to prevail there. But this it's like Sweden, Denmark. It's personal. So we'll see what happens. In the last minute of the first half, Malmö FF, although it doesn't play Malmö FF, Emil Forsberg smicks it in, and the Danish are really oh. 1-0 Sweden at the very end of the first half. The first half is almost over, but there's a free kick like this much outside of the penalty area. Oh! Forsberg scored 1-0, and he has now gotten a penalty for Sweden. Sweden has a penalty shot. And this is one of those, if we put it in, good, we are in good shape. If we miss it, and then the thing turns back, and it's awkward. It becomes, you know, dålig stämning, as we say in Sweden. Anxiety, anxiety. Yes! 2-0, yeah! Kjempegreit, as they say in Denmark. Denmark has scored, so it's 2-1 for Sweden, and Zlatan has gone off, and John Guidetti has gone in. 10 minutes left. Game is over, Sweden win 2-1, but that final Danish goal... Sweden, over the whole match, definitely the better team. Yeah, interesting game. This is the end of Last Week in Sweden. The next video will start on a Sunday because I'm traveling, so let's do that. Okay, thank you.